It's Daddy-Daughter Day! Welcome to the first episode. I'm Ben, I'm the daddy.
And I am Helena, I am 8 years old.
You have a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions on what's happening in the world, but first let's talk about Daddy-Daughter Day, literally today. What did we do?
Okay, so first we went sledding, and then I believe we went to Winners to exchange a soda stream, if you know what those soda stream bottles to get the water fizzy.
It wasn't at Winners, it was at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes, Bed Bath & Beyond. It was next to Winners, though.
Yes, it was. You skipped over the sledding, though. Let's talk about that. How was sledding today?
It was awesome. I made some new friends today, and I hit a jump 3 times. I'd say 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing. If you want to check out the
sledding hill?
Yeah, the sledding hill bump thing. It's not that good, but the last 2 times, it was amazing.
Now, what do you prefer to use sledding? The crazy carpet or the little disc thing?
I think the disc thing, because I went faster, because I'm not that big and heavy. No offense, but... and you have to be, big and heavy, still no offense, to get, really going.
That's called momentum.
Momentum, yes. No offense, though.
So, the one time that you cackled the loudest and were smiling the biggest, though, was when you hit the jump on the crazy carpet. That seemed to be the best time you went.
Yes. But when I did it with the, saucer, that was way more funner.
Way more fun?
Yes.
All right. So, we worked up an appetite. We had a little lunch from A&W. What did you have?
I had a cheeseburger, root beer, and some fries.
All right. I had a mama burger with fries and a Diet Coke because, healthy. And then we went to Bed Bath & Beyond to get all the fizzy stuff. So we've took care of the errands, and now we're here for the initial episode of Daddy-Daughter Day. And Helena, you are a veteran of radio. You've been on the radio, how much?
Yeah. A lot, since I was 3 years old, and 3 years old is when I started school, so really when I started school.
Spoiler alert, you've been on the air since you've been 3 months old. You were 3 months old the first time.
Oh my god.
I had you predicting the Super Bowl when you were just a baby.
Right. You know what? There was a surprise waiting for us in the car. Let's tell them about that.
Yeah, so after we went sledding, after we had lunch, after we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, we got back in the car. And you tell the story. We
went to Necky's Donuts, and I got this. My dad went in, and I was staying in the car. I was playing Rock 95 on cue. I was like, let's sing along in my mind. So, I said maybe we have napkins in that, glove area.
The glove compartment?
Yeah, the glove compartment in the car. And we checked it, and I saw, little bubbles, pop-it bubbles. I was like, Daddy, pull that out. And he was like, he slapped his head that.
It was a poppet. Now, kids love their poppets, their fidgets, and this was a pink unicorn poppet that was in our glove compartment for the last 3 months because I bought it for her birthday and totally forgot about it.
Yes, and now I taped it to the wall, and I also taped a sign to the wall saying very important items.
Why did you tape it to the wall? What's the purpose of that?
Well, Trevor likes to attack my poppets. But that one is very special, so I just wanted to keep it in its case up on the wall where he can't reach.
All right, and she makes signs. She builds little towns in the house, and then puts the signs all up with tape around the house. All right, so since this is the first episode of Daddy-Daughter Day, I thought I would give you the floor. What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Ottawa convoy and COVID.
She's 8, and no pushing, no pressure. You want to talk about the Ottawa truckers convoy?
Yes, but just not the war with Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah. Do you understand what's happening? Before we don't talk about it. Russia and Ukraine, what's happening?
So basically Russia says, we don't have a big enough land when they're the biggest country in Asia or in the world.
They're in Europe and Asia. That's how big they are. They're in both continents.
Exactly, and they're trying to take over the Ukraine, and I'm over here in my head, but you already are really big in population and geographically. why are you doing this to Ukraine? You have a big enough land.
You're clapping at Putin. Okay, so you didn't want to talk about that, although you're very passionate about it. So, what do you want to talk about?
COVID and the Ottawa convoy.
This could be controversial, episode 1. We might get canceled.
Hey, that's what podcasts actually talk about.
That's true. So, what was the truckers' convoy? What was that?
It was for freedom. Yes, I'm doing air quotes. Freedom. And, they just, a mask mandate.
Okay. So what about a mask mandate?
So it's basically they were honking their horns, saying, well, no, we're not going to get the vaccine. And they weren't going to leave. I think they left now. Did they leave now?
Yeah, it's all been cleared out now. The Prime Minister, do you know who the Prime Minister is?
Yes.
What's
it's
his
either
name?
Doug Ford or Trudeau.
Trudeau's the Prime Minister. He is the leader of Canada, the country. Doug Ford is the Premier of Ontario. He's
Also
the leader of the province. Not a fan?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, it's all been cleared out. What do you think was the result of the convoy? What do you think came of it?
They didn't get what they wanted, so they just... Did they actually just naturally leave, or...?
No, the Prime Minister changed the laws, and this was controversial. He enacted something called the Emergencies Act, which gave the government and police more power to go in and handle the protesters and to get rid of them. Now, you could say that the protesters are getting what they want like many provinces are getting rid of the mask and vaccine mandates for this pandemic.
Newfoundland and Labrador.
Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Yes.
And Ontario is pretty much going to come out of it sometime in March. We think everything's going to go back to normal. What do you think about mandates? What do you think that of the government telling us that we have to wear masks and we have to get a vaccine?
Well, I think it's actually pretty safe to be that law. You have to get a vaccine, you have to wear a mask in public, and I'm fine with it, because whenever I wear a mask, I'm used to it.
Okay, now, some people would say it's just not fair to kids. You've had to deal with this in school when you've been in school for 2 years now. What's that like, wearing a mask in school?
It's fine, really. At least we have recess, right? Well, some kids don't have recess. High schoolers, they don't have recess.
Sure, but we're talking about you in elementary school.
And then middle school. I hate middle school.
You don't even know what middle school is. What do you mean you hate middle school?
The movie Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
So when you watch TV shows and movies about school, does it make you nervous about getting older and getting in the higher grades?
Yeah.
Well, you're in grade 3 right now, and the question was, how has it been wearing a mask?
It's pretty fine to me.
You don't mind it?
I don't mind it, no.
You don't...
It's to be safe.
Do you wear it all day?
I wouldn't say necessarily.
Are you supposed to wear it all day and you don't? Or are there times when you can take it off?
There's times that we can take it off, and but our teacher said that when you're drinking, you have to lift up your mask and put the bottle in.
Okay.
Through the bottom of your mask.
And do you think that that's safe and keeps your germs away?
Yeah, but I'm not used to it, because those water bottles where you have to tilt them up to get all the water to the little...
Oh yeah, it's got a straw thing that you can suck on.
Yeah. So I just put it on my chin and drink, and then put it back up.
So you're cool with wearing a mask, you're cool with mandates, you were a little confused on the convoy, but really you were most passionate about Russia and the Ukraine. Things that 8-year-olds really should be diving into. Other than all that stuff, let's finish this with one question. What's your favorite thing to do or to talk about?
Ooh, next up. Daddy, daughter, my favorite thing is poppets, fidgets, and
now
more fidgets.
That's a typical 8-year-old. All right, everyone, this was the first pilot episode of Daddy Daughter Day. Thanks for listening.